The scent of Don Oberon was distinct: sulfur, expensive cigar smoke, and the cloying sweetness of rotting orchids. He didn't materialize in a puff of glitter like the godmothers in the stories. He simply stepped out of the shadows in the corner of my dressing room, the darkness clinging to his pinstriped suit like a second skin. "Princess Elara," he rasped, his voice sounding like dry leaves skittering over pavement. He adjusted his silk tie, his eyes solid black, no iris or sclera, fixing on me with an unnerving stillness. Big day, the biggest. I turned from the vanity, my fingers gripping the cool mahogany until my knuckles were white. My corset was laced tight enough to snap a rib, each breath a shallow, bruising effort. "Godfather, I didn't think you'd come." "The family doesn't miss a wedding, Bellissima." Oberon moved closer, his movements fluid, predatory. He was Fae of the High Court, but he had long ago traded the ancient forests for the criminal underground, especially when our favorite niece is being shipped off to the Iron Kingdom to marry a butcher. A butcher was a generous term. The tales spun about Prince Kaelen involved scorched villages and rivers running red. He was the monster parents used to frighten their children, and now he was to be my husband. I was the blood price for peace. "I do what I must for the kingdom," I said, my voice a trembling whisper that betrayed my carefully constructed composure. Oberon tutted, reaching out with a long, manicured finger to tilt my chin up. "Noble, stupid, but noble. But you know the rules, Elara. We don't let our own go into the lion's den without teeth." He snapped his fingers. From the shadows beneath my chaise lounge, two goblins in miniature tuxedos scuttled out, dragging a long, velvet case. They opened it to reveal not a glass slipper, but a stiletto dagger. The handle was encrusted with black diamonds, the blade forged from weeping glass, unbreakable and sharp enough to cut a soul. "For the garter," Oberon winked, "just in case the prince gets. Grabby before you're ready, and remember, the boys are always watching. You see a shadow move, that's Vinny. You hear the wind whisper, that's Sal. You are never alone." A sharp knock at the door startled me. "Your Highness, it is time." I strapped the dagger to my thigh, the cold glass biting against my skin, a secret promise hidden beneath layers of tulle and silk. "Thank you, Godfather." "Don't thank me yet, just remember who loves you." He vanished into the gloom just as the door opened. The walk down the aisle of the grand cathedral felt like a march to the gallows. Every step echoed in the cavernous space. The air, thick with incense and the weight of 1,000 scrutinizing eyes, felt heavy in my lungs. At the altar stood Kaelen. He was larger than the rumors suggested, broad-shouldered, clad in black ceremonial armor, a fur cloak draped over him like the pelt of a beast he'd slaughtered. His dark hair fell into eyes the color of stormy seas. He looked at me not with desire, but with a cold, calculating assessment, as if valuing livestock. When I reached him, the priest droned on about duty. Kaelen took my hand. His palm was a map of battles and brutality, rough against my own. His grip was an iron manacle, yet a current of searing, unexpected heat shot up my arm, a jolt so powerful it made my teeth ache. "You're trembling," Kaelen murmured, his voice a low rumble meant only for me. "Fear, princess." "Anticipation," I lied, meeting his gaze. He smirked, a dangerous quirk of his lips. "We shall see." The priest bound our hands. "I now pronounce you man and wife. You may seal the union." Kaelen leaned in, his other hand slid to the back of my neck, fingers tangling in my hair, his thumb pressing into my pulse point as if to measure my fear. He claimed my mouth with a bruising intensity, a kiss that tasted of spiced wine and dominance. It wasn't gentle, it was a conquest, a warning. My body, the traitor, betrayed me completely. Instead of recoiling, it softened against his unyielding armor, a molten spark of illicit desire igniting deep in my stomach. As he pulled back, breathless, I saw his eyes widen slightly, looking over my shoulder. I didn't turn, but I felt it. The temperature in the cathedral dropped. The shadows in the rafters elongated, stretching down like claws. Kaelen gripped my arm, his voice dropping to a lethal whisper. "Elara, why does your shadow have eyes?"
Want to keep the flame ignited without having to wait for the next part? You can find the full, tantalizing tale on our main page. See the link in the description.